What is the Northern Hellgate? It would be easy for a citizen far from the front lines to assume that Jerusalem and the Vale of Tears is the only access point that Hell has to the mortal plane, an assumption that is no doubt reinforced by the apparent importance of New Antioch to the faithful's war effort. While in truth Jerusalem and the Vale of Tears that surrounds Gehenna is the largest, most stable and constant means of access for the forces of Hell and the counterattacks of the Paladins, it is not the only one. To the frozen north beyond the domains of the Kalmar Union and the northern borders of the Tzardom of Novgorod, there exists the unstable, ever-shifting, and smaller manifestation of a northern hellgate, known as the Hellmouth of the North. The Synod of Strategic Prophecy constantly attempts to predict the whereabouts of the Hellmouth's next manifestation and the timings of the occurrence. Upon its appearance, the Church of the North, the armies of the Kalmar Union, the Knightly Orders of the North, and the Tzardom of Novgorod move to intercept it. Many whispers theorize as to why the Hellmouth of the North is able to manifest in this manner. Some say that the veil between worlds has thinned and been strained since the fall of man, with God's perfect order blighted by the first sin. The demons and devils of Hell were then able to break the bonds of their domain and its imprisonment, brought on by the condemnation of Yahweh for their rebellion. When the events of 1099 saw the ultimate heresy tear open the fabric of reality and manifest the Vale of Tears around Jerusalem, the barriers between worlds suffered greater strain. Small tears in reality manifested, allowing the denizens of Hell an opportunity to escape their just punishment. It is little wonder then that as these creatures ran rampant where they emerged, that all cultures of the world have stories of creatures stalking victims in the dark. To the north, the damage to the fabric of reality is a much deeper wound, and in the vast and isolated coldness, the thin borders of creation sometimes become breached or give way. Rumours speak of the northern Hellmouth sitting atop the intersection of ancient and powerful ley lines, where man first fell prostrate to craven images in the dark and distant past. Upon this location, the Hellmouth of the North yawns open a tear in reality before spewing forth the forces of the court of the seven-headed serpent to wreak havoc on the faithful of the North. Another theory for the Hellmouth's manifestation here is that it is the location of the fall of the angel Azazel, who was cast from heaven to fall upon the desolate places of the earth for his part in the rebellion against God. Whatever the reason for its appearance in the region, when it does manifest, the Hellmouth of the North is heralded by blood-red skies and brimstone raining upon the earth. Miles of land around the Hellgate are scorched as it opens its maw to disgorge the servants of the court of the seven-headed serpent and Hell's forces. As demons stride forth from the gate, so too does the oppressive, unbearable heat of Hell. This heat wave spreads forth and radiates across the surrounding land, as though the very manifestation of the lake of fire itself has been poured across the earth. Forests burn to ash in the Hellmouth's presence, and animals mutate, twisted and warped by anguish. They tear at each other and at their own bodies in a rage and unending pain. Those of the North who have fallen to Hell's corruption gather under great banners and muster for conquest at the gate. From here, combined warbands ride forth to strike at the faithful and meet the forces of the Kalmar Union and the Tzardom of Novgorod in the field of war. It is a sad and uncomfortable truth for those in the region that the light of the Redeemer did not shine as brightly here, and while there are certainly men and women who remain faithful, many others cling to ancient paganistic beliefs of the old ways. There are even some who, in a bitter twist of irony, unwittingly serve Hell, their ancient patron deity in fact being the manifestation of an archdevil, tricking their believers into serving Hell's forces. Many of these poor deceived souls believe they fight for the real gods to push back and repel invaders to their lands, not knowing the trickery of demons allows them to appear noble and beautiful to their followers. The wars fought here are brutal, and not only due to the combatants but also the fact that they often take place amid the punishing winters and the demons here have proven just as adept at using the bitter cold as a weapon as they are at wielding any hellfire. Though every incursion from the gate thus far has been defeated, it is always at great cost to the faithful, and not least because the warriors occupied here could prove a vital force to bolster the war efforts in the Levant. Thus, the gate's manifestation here proves a useful drain on the faithful resources for the Lords of Hell, as it divides them and disallows these highly skilled warriors to be put to better use in the main theatres of war. The War Cardinal who presides over this warfront has a much more horrifying concern, and good reason to commit his forces to the region though. Ziminair, one of the royalty of fallen angels, is the devil of the north who commands the forces here. The Synod of Strategic Prophecy have foreseen and issued a dire warning to the War Cardinal and the princes of the church. If Ziminair were to claim the seat of pride in the Infernal War Council, he will bring his power to bear on the north and claim it as his own. Were he to do so, the very mountains themselves would tremble at his passing. Which brings this manifestation of the Hellmouth of the North to a close for now on the channel. What do you think of the forces and factions in the region? Will your warbands be noble knights holding back the darkness, or the tricked and sorrowful fallen of the region fighting unknowingly for hell and the name of a god that hides the lies of demons? Let me know in the comments below, and to discover more information on the map locations in Trench Crusade, click the video link to your left, or to discover the lore of Praetors, the powerful commanders of Hell's forces, click the video link to your right. Please like, subscribe, share a favourite video with a friend, and consider supporting my work by becoming a channel member. For discounts on your hobby supplies, check out my affiliate links below, and thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon.